Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Prairie Banana here with another video. Today, we're going to talk about brand new project SFD. And I have two guests in the waiting room. I'm going to bring them on after I give just a really high level 10,000 foot view of what SFD is. SFD is a tax token, 5% tax token. 0.5% burns mega, 0.5% burns duck, 0.5% burns pDAI, 0.5% burns alien. 1% is added to the SFD liquidity pools. 1% buys and burns SFD, and 1% rewards holders. It launched in the wee hours of Sunday, April 28th. It has a market cap of about $250,000. Liquidity is about $48,000. There are 54 wallets providing LP, 235 people in the Telegram, and 59 followers on Twitter. Why is Prairie Banana telling you all of these details? Because this is a very early on project. And from what I'm hearing about it, I'm excited about it, and other people are excited about it. But what we need to do before we if you're not already in this project, what we need to do is educate ourselves. So that is the purpose of this stream. And I know I selfishly do YouTube so I can learn. So a lot of my followers know I can be a little bit elementary in my questions, and that is what we are going to do on this stream today. I have DGen Jen Hunter. Welcome to the stream, DGen.
Hey, thank you.
And Ghouls.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, guys. We have a lot of people that are going to be interested in seeing this video, in my opinion. And how many people we got? 6 people. 6 people watching right now, but I guarantee the reruns, they're going to be a lot of people watching it. So let's talk about like SFD. Where did it originate? Give us the backstory on the reason and like the idea where this token came from.
Yeah, the founder of Mega wanted to when the founder first thought of Mega, the idea was bringing the whole pulse chain community together. And that was kind of like what we ended up going with as a team for Mega. And then he kind of wanted to do a similar thing with SFD, except for this time it was bringing a bunch of different communities on Pulse Chain together. So it was the Duck community, the Mega community, the pDAI community, and then also the Alien community. He kind of like got together with all different people from those communities, and we thought, hey, like what can we do to introduce something that's new and different to Pulse Chain. And then we came up with, hey, let's do a rewards token, but it's not just a regular rewards token, right? After like going back and forth with him and Jamie here, who's actually one of the devs of Mega, they decided on, hey, how about we create a rewards token with a DAO where the DAO can actually vote to change what the reward is. So the DAO is able to vote to change the reward. The reward can either be an LP token or it can be a single token, pretty much whatever you want. So it's pretty interesting concept.
Yeah, you see me smiling over here.
Yeah.
Because the fact that the DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization, in case everybody don't know, but the DAO can vote to have different tokens as the reward, and that's brilliant. That's brilliant because what you can do is if you have a community, and there are large communities in the Pulse ecosystem that are raving fans of their token, and if the DAO decides to make their token the reward token for a period of time, then all of those people that love their token, if they hold SFD, will get their favorite token into their wallet, drip, 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 day after day for however long the system works for, rewards in that token. You follow me?
Yeah. Jamie can go a little bit more into being like how it works with like the voting and everything. But yeah, no, it's pretty dope. I think it's like 7 days for a vote, and then it's based on how much you have staked, is pretty much dependent on your voting power. So yeah.
Okay. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but that's okay. That was my fault. So I see Donald Trump on the website. What does he have to do, or is it just you guys needed an image, or yeah?
Yeah. So are you from America?
Yes. I live in
Yes.
the
So
Northwest.
yeah, so I recently moved to America. One of the founders on the team for Mega, he's like, like when Donald Trump was in power, like that was when I made like the most money and everything. And then like even with that was like the stimulus checks, right? So we're like, hey, like potentially with the new election coming up, Pulse Chain needs kind of like a election narrative. So if we throw Trump on there, the way the economy is kind of running right now, most likely it's seeming like there might be stimulus checks coming, at some time in the future. So when that comes up, boom, we've got it already good to go. So
You guys are thinking ahead.
yeah.
That's great. How many guys are on the dev team?
So believe it or not, Jamie from the Mega development team is like the sole dev who worked on this. Like Jamie is a phenomenal dev, so I'll let him speak more on that.
So, okay. So if you guys haven't streamed me before, I can just be very blunt and straightforward. So, hey, Coach, good to have you in here. You God's good to have you in here. Rolando, I've seen you around. So, Jamie, was the code audited?
No, the code wasn't, I guess, audited per se, but it's been all submitted to Pulse Police recently, and I understand they're going to review it to make sure there is, everything is above board. Yeah.
Okay, so it was reviewed.
I think it's being reviewed. No, it's been, I don't know how long it takes them, but it was submitted to them a few days ago, I think, like a couple of days ago here.
Okay. And it has been renounced and all that other good stuff.
Yeah. The token is everything. Yeah. So because there's a lot of things at play. There's several contracts, the DAO, the staking, the token. So the token, for example, is renounced to the staking contract, or to the DAO contract. Sorry. So the reflections can be changed, and then the staking is renounced to another contract. So yeah, everything is, no one has any power to do anything untoward.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about some strategy. So I'm going to share my screen. And I have my questions in order. So the 1% of the SFD that's added to the liquidity, is that burned? Is it burned liquidity?
Yeah, so it's bottom burned, goes to the dead address, the 369 dead address.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. I've been watching that burn. I've been tracking it. Of course, the first day it was insane.
Yeah, it was nice with all the volume. I think we burned so far close to 2 or 3% of the supply, something like that. Yeah,
I could tell you, man. Oh, I was supposed to put that on one of these. I'm not going to mess with, not on stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to pull out the data and put that onto the website soon when I've got something sorted to see, like, track what's being burnt and everything. Yeah, what's being rewarded would be a nice thing to have.
Yep. And I should have put that in my sheet. I'm going to show you guys a sheet here in a little bit. Actually, I did. I do have that. Let's talk. So we'll show that at the end. Okay. Let's talk some strategies. So talk to me like I'm a new guy, because I may not be new, but I'm like new to figuring out liquidity and that sort of thing. Oddly, perhaps. But I'm going to share my screen. Where is that? There we go. So I came to this website and I was like, cool, I can stake this stuff or I can do something with it. So I have SFD. I hold it in my wallets. I haven't done anything with it. What can I do with it?
Okay. So you can stake it you can add it to Liquidity first on Pulse X. So all the liquidity pools are based on Pulse X for staking. And then we have seven different liquidity pools that you can stake with. So Pulse, Duck, PTGC, pDAI, Alien, and Mega.
Okay.
The way it's broken down, Jamie, do you remember the exact percentages for each one of how much? So the rewards for staking in itself is we have the stimulus, like OA wallet, holds 10% of the supply. So it's receiving pretty much a large amount of the rewards in itself, but then 50% of those rewards go to people who are staking in these pools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then from there, the 50% is then broken down further, where I think it's 40% goes to Pulse.
That's right. Yeah. And 10%. Then each of those other pools get 10%.
Yeah. All the other pools get 10%, 40% of that 50% goes to Pulse.
Okay.
And then based on how much you have staked in each pool, that also determines your voting rights as well, right, Jamie?
No, so in the end, we decided that each wallet has one voting power. So the amount you stake won't give you more voting power. It's one per wallet, one vote per wallet. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And in order to be able to submit any proposal to change the reward token, you need to stake into the PLS pool. That's the only pool that will give you this power.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So do I need to go to PLSX, the PLSX, and then stake there and then provide liquidity on this site? Is that how it works then?
So you will go to Pool 6 and provide liquidity on a V2 pool.
Okay.
So let's say I've got it right in front of SFD Inc., for example. So in the V2 pool, and once you've got your LP tokens in your wallet, you can come to the stimulus website and deposit them into our pool.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's starting to make more sense. All right. And then I can make more return on my SFD once I do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Then,
Okay. What's a good, it looks to me like I have 7 different options here. What are some strategies or what are some of the options here that we as investors should be looking at?
So I would say primarily the Pulse one would be the best bang for the buck for everybody, simply for the fact that it's getting 40% of those rewards. But then when you look at all the other pools, there's a lot of gamification chances available, right? Because all these other pools are getting the same 10%, right? So let's say if there's for example, the mega pool, right? Like it's getting if the total rewards going to each pool is $100, that $250 that's staked in that pool with Mega is going to get that whole $100. Whereas if you look at some of the other pools where there's maybe 10K staked, they're all sharing that whole $100, right? So pretty much you want to make sure if there's a pool that doesn't have as much money, that's where I would be looking to place your money, because then you're going to get kind of a better bang for your buck.
Okay, so this pool over here that only has $250, you're suggesting that I could perhaps get a better return deposit?
Potentially, yeah, but also it does depend on price performance of that token and SFD as well. But all the tokens which we paired or which we have liquidity provided with are all pretty much bonded together as well. So Mega is paired with PTGC pretty heavily. Mega and Duck are paired together. So they're all paired together pretty well together. So yeah, there's really no huge risk of impermanent loss in any of these pools. Yeah, so like I said, like probably one would be the price performance you think will have of the token you're pairing with SFD. Right. But then the next thing would be also like you want to make sure you're getting like significant rewards, right? So you want to look at, okay, this pool doesn't have as much, so I'm probably going to stake some there. Okay. There's a decent amount staked.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for answering that. And Goo God here he says, yo, how do you guys get the dev on the show? That's wild and bullish. We have to be the prairie banana to get the dev on the show, Goo God. I'm just kidding. So thank you for those strategies. Let's see. Now, what do you guys mean? I'm teasing an answer out of you. I got this question off the website because it mentions passive income. What does passive income mean to you? I know what it means for me, but for anybody that's brand spanking new, what is it?
I think for me, and why I love crypto and why I got into crypto is it's always been about financial freedom, right? And what I learned is that like the people who are at the top, they aren't at the top because like they're working a 9 to 5, right? They're at the top because they've set up themselves where they have what's called passive income streams, whether it's like from rental properties or from dividends, something like that, right? SFD for me is like dividends, right? Like from holding this token, I'm getting dividends based on the volume from the token, right? So that's the passive income stream. Right now, it's coming actually in pretty much USD, right? Like dollars, because the rewards token right now is pDAI. So you're getting that constant based on your holdings, based on your stake, stuff like that. You're getting that constant drip of passive income into your wallet. I actually haven't checked how much I've earned. I've probably earned a decent amount so far, but I haven't actually gone and checked and looked. I'm probably pretty high up there. So yeah, that's pretty much what passive income is to me.
Agreed. Yep. It's money you don't have to work for. It comes into your like mailbox now that we're in crypto. So it comes into our wallets.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do anything to get it there. It just shows up. And that's what these reflection tokens like SFD do is you literally get rewards into your wallet just for holding the tokens. Or as we just talked about, staking, LPing with them, those sort of things, which just amplifies the rewards. Do we pay a tax to enter and exit an LP position?
Yes, you would to create the LP tokens, but once you are in your LP tokens, you don't get a tax anymore to deposit or withdraw from the staking pools.
So do we not pay the tax when we're withdrawing from the staking pool?
No, you don't. It's only when you form the LP tokens.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. That makes sense. What about staking? Do we pay any tax with staking?
No.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I bring that up is because I am relatively new to these tax tokens, and I made some mistakes at the beginning, like moving them around in wallets, and I was
Yeah, so really we explicitly stated like on the website, on all buy, sells, and transfers, there's a tax, like buy, sells, and transfers.
Yeah. You want to buy these things from the wallet you want to store them on.
Yeah.
Very important. Do you have any more comments on the staking LP strategy?
I think for me overall, the big thing is just, like look at the pools which don't have that much staked in it, and then kind of like go about it that way. But then also like there's gonna be tokens where like they might go on a run right now, right? Like maybe their price is kind of down, so you think like, hey, like there's some sort of good news coming for that token in the near future, and you want to be able to earn more SFD. Pair it up to that token, go stake it, right? Like with Ink, like, you know, I'm sure a lot of people think there's going to be a decent pump for Ink in the near future, right? Like once Pulse Chain kind of corrects itself. So if you're trying to get more SFD and get more ink, pair up your SFD with ink, throw it in the LP pool, earn some reflect or rewards and whatever the reward token is, and then watch you earn those fees as well at the same time as you earn more of both tokens. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, a lot of different strategies, when you want to pair, when you want to remove, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. I got two there too. So I don't know a lot about these other tokens like Duck and Mega. I really don't. I probably should learn, but we only have so much bandwidth.
We'll talk. I got you.
But there are two tokens in there I would definitely be bullish on. That'd be PTTC and Alien. Sorry, I'm biased. I love those.
Hey, that's what this was about, right? Like, we're bringing communities together. Like you don't know much about Duck and Mega, but you know a lot about PTGC and Alien. That's the goal of this project. So how do we bring all these communities together? So
agreed. So maybe we can have that conversation about Mega and Duck later, because I literally have heard about them, but I haven't looked into it. And there's so much opportunity in crypto right now. Can't keep up with everything, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry, Ghouls. What is your name again?
Ghouls? Yeah.
Okay, we'll just call you Ghouls.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the DAO.
Jamie.
I want to talk about the DAO. So I got to read my questions. When will the DAO be up? Because I think we see it here on the website, but there's no activities, nothing. When is that going to be active?
So the goal is next week. I think we were just doing some just slight improvements this week, and I'm expecting next week for everything to be live.
Okay.
And ready. Yep.
Right
on. So we've put in a kind of test proposal just in the background. We did some testing before it went live to make sure it worked smoothly, and it did. So now that we're live, we did another test proposal kind of like in the background. So within 7 days, once we see that goes through and everything runs smoothly, then boom, we're going to throw it up on the front end, and then everybody gets to go crazy. We get to see what all rewards people want, Yeah.
Oh man, that is so exciting. So a week from now, we'll be able to submit proposals, vote on proposals. Not everybody can submit. I want to talk about that. But the DAO will be active, and we'll be able to, the one thing I like about being in a DAO, and I'm in one over on PTDC, as many in here are, is that you literally you don't just hold the token. By holding the token, you are a part of the project, and you get to have a vote, which is really cool.
No, it's nice. Like, with PTGC, the way they have their kind of like DAO and how it operates, and with doing like the buyback, adding liquidity and all of that, like, we really love that concept, right? So it's like bringing that aspect to here, where it's like, hey, like, we'll give you constant rewards or a constant passive income, and as a holder, you get a say in what that passive income is. Like, you get to choose. So
that's amazing. That is so cool. All right. Can you go into more detail? Well, let's talk about this. Like, who can submit a proposal? Like, over in PTDC, you need to be a top 100 staker. How is it going to work in SFD?
So anyone who provides liquidity in the PLS pool will be able to submit. The other pools will give you voting power.
Oh, okay. So anyone that is in the PLS pool can submit.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, in order for things to be, let's say, because I guess we thought there was no point being, if reflections were going, rewards were going to change every day, So each proposal lasts for a week, okay? And no other proposal can be submitted until this one is expired. So each reward will have a minimum amount of, like a minimum length of time of 1 week.
Okay. And I assume that anybody can vote. Well, explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone who stakes in one of the pools that is not WPLN. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as you're staked, then you can vote. So
Okay.
it's like you have to kind of like provide to the community to be able to, get the power to vote.
Right. You can't just hold the token. You got to be actually have like buy-in beyond holding the token. Let's see. How long? So a proposal runs for a week, and it's going to be either accepted or rejected.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the proposal goes into effect. How long will those proposals run? Let's say we propose, that the next token is going to be ink token. And then do we decide how long that the ink token is going to be the reward token in the
I
proposal?
guess so. It would pretty much be once the ink proposal goes through, then the next week someone could submit a new proposal, and then people would just need to keep declining each week so that it maintains ink. So pretty much every week there's a chance that it can change, and then
Yep.
so it brings people continuously engaging, coming back to the website, right? Because
Perfect.
if you want it to stay ink, okay, you need to come back and make sure you keep voting every week. No, I want it to stay ink.
That's like brilliance on top of brilliance. Is it possible that we could reflect more than one token at a time?
No, it's one reward token now. No, it hasn't been
LP, yes.
LP is, yep.
So you can do two at a time. So right now we're doing eDAI and pDAI. So we could do PTGC and pDAI, PTGC and Alien, Duck and Mega. So pretty much you can shake it up however you want.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. Yeah.
Okay. What's the plan for this token? I mean, I've heard murmurs of things going on in the background. Is this platform, is it a platform for other developers to build upon? What's the plan for this thing?
I think right now we're kind of trying to still work on like back-end developments, making sure we're getting the proposals running smoothly and everything.
Yeah.
So once that goes through next week, then obviously, like you said, it'll be there will be an opportunity for other people to kind of like build on top of this, right? Like our goal, like we said, is bringing communities together. So if there's other developers that kind of like want to build on top of that, like definitely, right? Like if you want to learn how we went about like creating a rewards token that is changeable, and like build on top of that, maybe buy and burn SFD, by all means, right? Like, and then also for us to be able to partner with other communities, right? So like, if there's other communities that are like, hey, like we want to partner with the stimulus community, it's like, okay, like definitely, like we can do that. We can switch our rewards token to maybe like buy and burn, to switch our rewards token to be stimulus in their token or pulse in their token, literally anything we want, right? And then their holders will buy stimulus so that they can get those rewards. So there's really like long-term wise, there's so much that we can kind of like do with this token. So I'm very excited to really see where it goes. And especially with the different liquidity pools that we have, like everybody here obviously is on Pulse Chain. We think the RH ecosystem is going to do well. Ink is going to do well. pDAI, some of these tokens, right? So it's like if they go to where we think they're going to go, man, Hart's Law is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay. Now this next question is kind of a loaded question, but do you know of any like well-known community members? I mean, there's a bunch in the chat that are endorsing this project. How about community members in addition to the ones that are in this chat? Do you know of anybody, any big names that are like, hey, we need to take a look at SFD?
I mean, I can't like release any official names or anything, but there's a lot of people within the Pulse Chain community who are not in the chat who really like stimulus. They like kind of like the concept of it. It's unique, something that's never been done on Pulse Chain before. So I have high hopes for where this token is gonna go.
Right on. Yeah, this is a brilliant way to bring communities together. And when Coach disclosed that in that meeting we had in the Telegram, I was like, that is interesting. I like unique stuff, innovative stuff. We all do. Okay, what I want to do next is, for anybody that's brand new, I want to walk you guys through how to get onto the Pulse network. We'll just do it real quick, so that you can get into SFD or stimulus, and then we'll wrap it up. 91 people watching. That's probably a record for the Parade Banana.
Nice.
Perfect.
So here's the deck screener chart. There's a link in the video description to bring you right here. And here's all the pertinent, important data. And the website, stimulus-app. And then let's just go to this right here. Whenever I
like this.
Yeah. One of the things that I key in on when I'm looking at a project is a position. I want to get a significant part, if I can, of the supply. So price is important, but more than that is how much of the supply can I get? Because imagine trying to get 0.001% of the supply of Bitcoin. It's not attainable for me, but I can get a 0.4% of the supply of SFD for $1,000. Mm-hmm. So here's a little calculator. There's a link in the description. You put in how much money you have. Here's the token, the ticker, and the price as of this morning, supply as of this morning, and you can literally buy a shark position for $1,000. And I look at this as like 3.7 shark positions. And a shark position is just below a whale. A whale is 1%, shark 0.1, and then a dolphin 0.01, and so on down. But we're so early on in this project, you can literally get almost 4 shark positions for $1,000. And if you had half that, you can get 2 shark positions for $500. I mean, imagine being a shark in Hex or Pulse or,
For real.
All right, so here's the skinny. Here's how you get over there to the Pulse network. You buy Ethereum. And if you're coming from another network over to Pulse, I'm not the guy to talk to you about that. There's Rocket Exchange that you can use for some of these tokens to get over to Ethereum, and then
I use Change Now.
Okay, that's a good one.
I use Change Now for any other change. Yeah, straight to Pulse. It's nice.
Yeah, there you go. So you could, if you're on Ethereum, buy Ethereum, swap it for WPLS on uniswap.org, bridge that WPLS to the Pulse network, and here's the link to the bridge. It'll take you maybe 30 minutes. And then once you're over on the Pulse network, of course, you'll have to set your wallet to have the Pulse network on there, and then swap your Pulse for SFD. I have been using omnis.tetra.run. They don't pay me to say that. That's top of mind. That's the one I've been using. And you might need to set your, increase your slippage because you're going to pay a 5% tax. And by the way, this calculator includes the 5% tax.
Nice.
See that?
Nice.
So 0.95. So it subtracts it for you for your position. And then we were talking about the supply earlier. I should have made this a little bigger.
Oh, nice. So you've been keeping track.
Yeah. You can see what I was doing in the wee hours of the morning on the 27th. We started with 888 trillion. That was the initial supply. And by Monday morning, it was down to 871 trillion. So a reduction of like 7 trillion, 2%. Yeah, you're right, DGen. Right there. And the supply today was it wasn't as drastic. Actually, it's not registering. But anyhow, I think the formula is not there or something. But anyhow, you can see this thing is burning at a rapid rate, but it's kind of natural. It's brand new, and the price is down right now, which is very normal for a token launch. And while the price is down, that means that the people paying 5% to get in, their money or the contract then has more purchase power to buy that token, the stimulus, at the lower price and burn more. So lower price means we can burn more. Higher price means it's going to burn less. It's kind of how it works. Yeah. Guys, do you have any final comments?
No, this is my first time being or seeing one of your videos. Or man, I love your setup and everything. Like, it was nice to officially meet you. Like, this is dope, man. We'll definitely have to catch up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're in one of the same groups. Let me just check. I have a few notes here. We talked about for future development. Let's see. We talked about that. Oh, what questions should I be asking? What questions should we be asking about this project? Anything about it?
I think the best questions were what you asked is like, what's the best strategy? I think like if I was in the community, probably like getting into the Telegram and thinking, hey, like what other communities can we kind of like onboard onto stimulus, right? Like what reflection or what reward do we want? Like, is it ink? Do we want to continue earning pDAI? Do we want to earn USDC? Like, like what do we want to earn? And then kind of like find those communities that we can just keep bringing on to stimulus. So yeah.
This is an amazing project. So you've got a 5% tax token with a DAO that we can decide what the reflections are going to be. And I don't hold any duck, but I think I'm going to, if the DAO decides for duck to be the reflection token, I'm going to hold duck in my wallet. And bringing the different communities together, I think it is very powerful. Ghouls, do you have any final comments?
No, look, I think it's a very it's an innovative project. I'll say it's been great to make all the contracts for it, and it's a very it's great stuff, I'd say. Yeah.
It's funny. Every time we come to him with an idea, he's always like, man, like you guys come up with the craziest ideas, but I love it because I've never got to work on stuff like this before. So he's worked on a few things. He's worked on a few things for us. He's an amazing dev.
Wow. Yeah. 116 people here. This is definitely a record for the Prairie Banana, but it's really no surprise because this is a brand new project, and I don't know of any other like videos that are on YouTube. So I hope this was helpful to everybody that's watching. If you have any questions, there's a link to the Telegram in the description. I probably better double check that when we're done here. And you can jump into the Telegram and ask any questions. DGen, Gem Hunter, it was a pleasure to meet you. And so I'm so happy to have you on the show. Ghouls, great job on the code. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. Same with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for everybody for joining us. Have a great day. See you guys.
See you.